What up, yo? It's the Off the Clock podcast. This podcast don't happen without y'all. So hit that subscribe button. D White might start acting different.
I think the Knicks are going to sweep the Hawks. But the Hawks,
You mean
since
Trae
trading
Youngless
Trae Young-
Hawks? Yeah, of course they are.
No. I knew so. Look, since trading him, they've been playing better.
He's
They've been
trash.
playing better since getting
No.
rid of him.
See, there's players that are liabilities on defense, and then there's Trae Young.
Yeah, no. He
I don't know if he can guard anybody.
That's something we're going to have to talk about, too, in the near future is his future, because him ending up in Washington, that's not a good place to land.
I mean, it is if you want to make free money. Shit, I go to Washington today. All they got to do is call me. I'll go play right now. Think about everybody that has stole money from Washington. Gill, John Wall. John Wall got him for about 100. Didn't play a game.
Yeah, but listen, in defense, they were good when they had John before.
They gave Kyle Kuzma, 80?
But I'm saying John and Gortat in them. They was going to the playoffs. They was nice. John was cold. He got hurt, and then everything started going down.
Kyle Kuzma got $90 million.
Gill, same thing.
$80 million.
He goes to Washington. Gill goes to Washington. They're decent. He gets hurt, goes downhill. See, Trae Young was an acquired superstar that they was like, oh yeah, we gonna get him. You know what I'm saying? He gonna help us turn it around. He's a defensive liability. You have a broken Washington Wizards team.
So look, this is their last 20 years since 2005. Bradley Beal, 5 years, $251 million, no trade clause.
He was when he did that.
Hey, John Wall, 4 years, $170 million. Otto Porter Jr., 4 years, $106 million. Gilbert Arenas, 6 years, $111 million. This is the last 20 years of the Wizards. Pay non-superstars like superstars.
Nah, look, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. Otto's the only one on that list that shouldn't have got that money. By
Kyle Kuzma deserved $90 million.
Kyle, $90 million? No.
Okay.
Kyle.
Okay. I was just making sure.
Bradley, John Wall, and who was the other one? Gill. They deserve it. You got to remember, bro. John Wall and Bradley and Gortat.
Bradley Beal deserved $251 million.
Yeah.
They gave Trae Young $215.
Bradley, but you got to think, Bradley came at the perfect time. First of all, John Wall came first, then Bradley Beal. John Wall was cold. So
he's never done anything.
Who?
Bradley Beal.
No, I understand that. That doesn't really. When you talk about winning championships, you talk about contract. That's not when they're sitting down.
I'm not talking about winning championships. I'm talking about period. I'm talking about period. He's never done anything. He's never.
What do you mean?
He's never won any games that meant anything.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. When you're talking about that doesn't go into when they're negotiating a contract. That's not what they're talking about. They're talking about your stats.
No, I know. I know.
And I'm saying Bradley Beal, at the time that he got that contract, John Wall had just gotten hurt. They was getting rid of and offloading his contract.
No, I get what you're saying, but you also understand what I'm saying. This is no shot at Bradley Beal. I fuck with Bradley Beal. Like, excuse my language. I mess with Bradley Beal. He obviously is better than me at basketball. Like, I can't.
Well, clearly,
I can't say anything about but it's like, bro. I'm talking about there's certain teams that make bad decisions in all sports. Every league has a teams that always make bad decisions, and the Wizards are one of those teams. Like let's use you guys for an example, right? You guys got rid of Kristaps Porzingis instead of giving him $100 million. Why? Because he's never done anything. He doesn't bring
No,
anything to the table. You could give a young player money that can do something for you, or you get rid of this guy that is just
it's
dead
timing,
weight.
bro. A lot of it is timing, bro. You're look, Kristaps, the last time he was the bona fide guy for a team was when he got to New York.
And what did he do?
Listen to me. He got hurt before he was able to sign a big contract. They traded him. So if I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and say Bradley Beal deserved the whole, like, yeah, okay, if you look at it like that, 250 million seems like a lot. But I don't think
It
he
seems
didn't
like a
deserve it.
lot.
I think what screwed them was the no trade clause. That's what screwed them. Typically, when a player is going to sign that much money, they're not going to have a no trade clause because if things don't work out, you can offload that to another organization.
The no trade
Bradley
clause
Bill,
was just a part of it, bro.
bro,
They couldn't have traded him with
Bradley
that
Bill was
contract anyways.
averaging. He was averaging like 30 points a game for like 2-3 seasons, bro. He was cooking. He was getting. They were like, "Oh, Bradley Beal's the biggest All-Star snub." Like when you look at their whole organization, top to bottom, when it came time to pay the players that they had ready and available in the building, everybody else was cheeks. Everybody else was cheeks. It was Bradley Beal. So like, I think yeah, it might have been a little bit much, but it was deserved because he was the only one in Washington that was going out there looking like he was trying to get something done. I just think the no trade clause. It messed with his career and it messed with their books. If he didn't put that no trade clause in, I think they would have got rid of him and Bradley Beal instead of ended up with the Suns. He could have ended up with another team that had better defense, that had a better system for him to actually be productive in. I also don't think I think why you're saying he didn't deserve it is because when you look at Bradley Beal, and I'll agree with you because I know you think this, he's not the number one option. He's not. Like if you put him like when he got to the Suns, like he became the third option behind D Book and
I think
whatever.
that's the problem though, is that he is like, and that's the issue with him for me, is that he is a number one option. He's an underperforming number one option.
I think he's a number two
He's
option.
he's a 1B player. And they
He's a
gotta
number.
stop giving 1Bs
He's a
1A
number
money.
two. He's a number two option who got forced into being the one option because John Wall got hurt.
Yeah, he's a
John,
1B.
but
I
that's what I'm
said
saying. Like
I think
he
a lot
wasn't.
of guys are
He was robbing.
1Bs. I wouldn't be
He was.
mad if they came out with something for contracts that had something to do with how many games you've won. As a spectator of the game, that sounds like it sounds like something a hater would say, but I'm saying as a spectator of the game, it would be good for the game. Like you can't get $250 million if you haven't won more than 30 games. There's no reason. What do you need $250 million from? You need to take less money and get in the gym.
So you're saying like put a seeding thing in there. Like if our team doesn't finish this seed, you're getting deducted from your, or you don't qualify for the full 250. You're saying like a non-fully guaranteed. Like you get if we finish this, like, but if we don't, you get 180 million or like 200 million.
Correct. Yeah, if
Yeah.
we don't win 30 games, you can't get a super max. You're not a super max player. It shouldn't just be all-stars and how many points you scored and how many games you played. It should be how many games you've won. Like,
Yeah, because then players can just go out there gunning and
yeah,
and win.
then you solve the problem of players sitting out so many games because they're telling themselves, "Oh, if we don't win these games, nobody's getting this money." I'm not just talking about the big guys. I'm talking about everybody. If we don't win 30 games, it's going to put all of us in a different earning bracket.
Just put a baseline winning clause in all contracts.
Yeah.
So it's like, we'll sign you to this. This is what your potential making. But if we don't win a certain amount, you automatically get this percentage taken off.
Exactly. That solves a lot of problems in this league.
That's actually not a bad idea. I think it'll also help a little bit with the tanking.
I think that's another huge thing it helps with. Because then it's like you have these teams that are like, it's like the players aren't going to necessarily listen to, oh, well, let's tank for a lesser draft pick. Because then it's like, no, we're not going to do that because then we make less money. Like, if you are the worst team in the league, then you deserve the draft pick. Right? Because then you're going to actively put the work in with that draft pick to get better. Yeah. Giving the same teams the same draft picks over and over again and hoping that they get good one year, it doesn't work. The only time those draft picks actually get utilized the way that they're supposed to get utilized is if one of the better teams gets lucky and wins the lottery pick. And then those players get utilized properly. Look at what happens when good players go to bad teams. We've seen it time and time again. They bust. It never works out. The only example of that I've seen in recent history in basketball of a really, really good player going to a really, really bad team was LeBron. When you look at Kyrie Irving, right? Kyrie Irving went to the Cavs. They were terrible. They were horrible. They were a lottery team over and over again. They were horrible. Who else was the Hornets? Horrible. They're horrible every year. Horrible. The Spurs got Wemby, right? That worked out because they're the Spurs. They have a good organization. Look at the Wizards. The Wizards have had a few players. They got John Wall was like the best college player we ever saw at one point. Like, he was the guy. Like, him and Derrick Rose were the guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But John Wall got cooked. Bad organization. Let him do whatever. Isn't getting proper nutrition and training. Same thing with old boy in New Orleans. What's his name? Zion Williamson. Great pick. Terrible team. Anthony Davis went there. Terrible team.
That Pelicans team with Boogie and AD should have done way more.
Bro, I'm saying. Look at Sacramento with Boogie. Like, bro, that's another good example. All these bad teams that get good players, they're still bad.
They had IT and Boogie. IT leaves and becomes an all-star.
You see, IT went and played with you guys, right? And you see what a good organization does with a good player. Like, y'all did IT messed up. And that is what it is. You know, it's business or whatever. But y'all still utilized him properly. When all these other scrub teams that he went to after that, they didn't utilize him right. Like, they didn't give him the resources that he needed.
We had the system where we could afford a little guard that, okay, you're a scorer, cool. We can make up on defense for you. We got good help defense. We got good rotations, good subs. Like, they had a system where they could still win and they could put him in. I agree with you. And that's why I always say, like, the organization and the coaching and the systems, it'll make or break, like, some of these players. Some of these players will be an all-star for 4 years in a program and then go somewhere else, and the system is completely different, how they do things, and it changes everything. You start seeing little injuries here or there because, like you're saying, the nutrition isn't the same. The attention to
detail,
their health and wealth is just not the same. And there's people that have talked about that. One of the most common things I can remember is people talking about Dallas and Mark Cuban and how he does all the like the stuff for the players in the visitors room and the home team. I think that's very important. And you see players. I mean, of course, you see over the top people, like Prime, who do stuff in college and make it all crazy. But I think that the system, the facilities, the athletic trainers, the coaches, that really makes it. That plays a big part. Because, like you're saying, I mean, we're in the NBA. These organizations got millions of dollars. How are they not able to find somebody that's good enough at the game of basketball, give them some money, and be like, hey, let's go win some basketball games?
I'm trying to figure it out, bro. I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, bro, why do we still have players getting $250 million and winning 10, 12 games? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense, bro. And that's just my opinion. But I mean,